Steve Rude. I got a like from Steve Rude. I don't know why they made a comment.
No, you know what? I thought I was searching on it.
No. It's
you're lying.
Man, that screen is just so
Happy New Year, everybody.
small.
Welcome back.
What's up, everybody? We're what are we? 10 minutes late? 10 minutes in? Cool. What's happening? Fatjack's Comicrypt.
Go 10 minutes long at the end. I'll make it up to you.
Oh, dude, don't worry about it, man.
Nobody wants to watch the Chargers.
I have post-COVID chronic fatigue. I'm barely holding it together.
I'm just saying nobody wants to watch the Chargers play the Raiders later, so take your time.
Yeah, I know. And who knows? You're probably the only person watching right now. Well, actually, no. We have one viewer over here, but he's part of the team at this point, so it doesn't really count. I never count Jason to our numbers.
That's fine.
I mean, it's still nice that he buys a book every now and again, but
now and again.
But you don't count to our algorithm or whatever. Yeah. But
Fred's there.
Oh, Fred's there. Man, you can count on Fred. Man, I give Fred a lot of credit. Fred's like, I don't want any of that shit they're selling, but yet I'll watch these idiots talk.
Fred and I are looking for like early 60s books.
Oh yeah, you guys are looking for high grade, early 60s, late golden age, early silver age. Hold on while I pull a Daredevil number 1, 9.0 out of my ass.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. It's at Fred's house. All right, what's up, everybody? Let's figure out how to. It's a new year. Doesn't feel like it, but it is. Double deuces. So we're going to attempt to sell some comic books. And the way we do that is, I guess the term is a claim sale. I don't know. People on Instagram, they do these they promote their claim sales, and then they always have a post after the sale's done where they thank everybody, and then they have a post of all of the packages that they're sending out, and I'm sitting there going, no, I'm not doing that. Anyway, so we're going to attempt to sell some comics. And in the process of attempting to sell some comics, we might talk about them. Yeah. So here's how it works. We're going to need you to ask questions, claim books in the chat. No matter what babbling bullshit is coming out of my mouth, you can always be like, I'm curious about this. I want to know more about this. Al, he pays attention to all of that, and he will prioritize all of your inquiries and claims, and so we will get to that no matter what we're talking about, because especially when we get near the last half hour of this, it gets off the rails a lot.
Am I to be shouting Zanin out in the new year as well?
Oh, of course, man.
Well, Zanin's in the chat.
Zanin is in the chat. Zanin, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Zanin?
Hey, Zanin, the Colts lost. Carson Wentz choked. Ginger Jesus.
Carson's a great quarterback.
Yeah, great quarterback. Yeah.
That is not.
I cannot believe we got a first-round pick for him. Oh, my God.
Why would we waste it? It's so...
I know. We don't have...
Hey,
don't worry about it. It's all good. It's good. Zanin, love to see you, buddy. Okay, so we talked about... All right. Anyone who... we're here in Center City, Philadelphia. That is where Fatjack's is located. And we also have a second shop over in Oakland, New Jersey. So for anybody who claims any books tonight, and you are local to our Philly shop, we'll have the books back here for you to pick up. If you are more local to our Jersey shop, we will obviously send those books over there for you to pick up. And if you are outside of the area and you need us to ship books, I'm going to make the assumption, now I could end up being an ass, that anybody who's actually watching us right now has probably watched us before, If you're outside of the area, we probably already have your information. But
So Mr. Mahendra, welcome to the chat. We don't have any hip hop variants today.
no, I'm sorry, no hip hop variants. New viewer, wonderful. So that gives me at least some context to say, if any new viewers are watching us for the first time and you claim anything tonight, we're going to need to get your contact and your shipping information. And the best way to do that is to email us at fjccshow@gmail.com. That is how Al is going to get your contact information. We're going to have the ability to send you out an invoice, and we'll get your shipping information so we can get those books to you. Something we did not talk about on the local show is shipping costs. I imagine are still what they were before at the time being.
Yeah, as far as I know, start at 7, and then we'll consolidate your purchases to save you on shipping.
As best as possible. As we like to sort of joke around about, we're not here to profit off of shipping costs. We're going to try to keep them as low as possible because, again, we're more excited for you to buy comic books than for us to try to make money off of shipping costs. Looking at you, eBay.
If anybody does make a claim, we said this in the earlier show, we're doing 10-day holds from now on. So if you can't pick it up within 10 days, you got to let us know. Extenuating circumstances is one thing, but if it's just dragging your feet, then the books we're not holding them forever.
Yeah. And again, it's no shade, no fault. I mean, sometimes
New Year and
yeah.
Last week I had to clean out all the stuff from last year that never got picked up.
Yeah.
And even those guys probably aren't even watching.
I mean, yeah, probably not. We lose 5, gain 1. Yeah, that's a sign of success if I've ever heard one. Anyway, let's think. I guess that's all. Oh, for anyone who wants to follow us on social media, at the FJC Paradox. Appreciate everybody who's been supporting us. Robot Marshall is very happy about all of the positive responses. He works really hard to maintain the streak. Hasn't broken the streak yet. He won't appear on camera. He won't come out of his stupid little closet whenever we're on air. But since he has started the Instagram page, has yet to miss at least one post a day. And in fact, at one point, Robot Marshall got robot COVID over the holiday and still got posts out.
If Robot Bathroom.
Yeah, so anyway, so yeah, that'd be cool. Follow us, because whenever we have any big books, any big keys, or anything like that, they'll pop up on the Instagram page first and all that kind of stuff.
The line, it got a lot brighter in here. That's why he's wearing shades.
Yeah.
It actually did get colder.
Because the future's so bright.
Oh, the future's just so bright. Yeah. Well, Gary, I'm trying to do. I'm not going to go with that joke. that could go a lot of different ways. All right, but
whenever you're ready, Mr. Williams is interested in champions.
Okay, so let's just get into it. All right.
Everybody with any questions, just hit us up in the chat. We'll stop what we're doing.
Yeah. Again, we're not entertainers. We're not funny. We're not pretty.
I like to think we're funny.
No. You like to think you're funny. We know we're not. Okay, that's the difference.
You got a little something to drink over.
Yeah. You got liquid humor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Liquid courage.
No. It's liquid humor. Yeah. Your courage is that you're funny.
Mr. Williams, that's
All right. Let me get my notes here.
That's not Corey Hart. That's Brendan. Going at you.
All right. Let's talk about some of these champions here. Okay. So let us start with. It's just.
I mean, honestly, he claimed all the champions, so I don't know if you wouldn't want to you want to do it briefly.
Sure, why not? I mean, let's just people know, because in case. Okay. This is Champions number 9. Okay, this is a high-grade copy at $5, and what makes it key is it is the first appearance of a young Mexican-American girl by the name of Red Locust. She is a descendant of the Brotherhood of the Locust, and if you know who the Brotherhood of the Locust is, please inform us and educate us, because I did not have the time to look that up. All right? Next up, Champions number 16. This is the issue where Ironheart, Falcon, Red Locust, just talked about her, Patriot, the New Wasp, and Spider-Gwen join the champions. Now, to be fair, Spider-Gwen and Wasp are on the champions, I think, for only like an issue or two. So that's a little misleading. But Ironheart, Falcon, Red Locust, and Patriot do become a regular in the champions book. This is a high-grade copy at $5.
Aren't locusts just grasshoppers that ruin everything?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What?
Talk later. What did you say?
Are locusts just grasshoppers that ruin everything?
I mean, yeah, if you let the Bible tell it.
Yeah.
No. That's.
I'm pretty sure, isn't another term for the locust like COVID-13?
No. Locusts. Go on.
Wait a minute. When did this
Go on.
become like? Wait,
I had a thought.
is this a
Go on.
nature? Is this a nature documentary?
Off the rails.
Man, that was quick.
I'm trying to derail it.
Liquid courage over here.
Mr. Winkler, I'm sorry, all the champions have been claimed, sir.
I might have. Bear with me a moment. Let me just.
We may have
Maybe. Let me just take a quick look. All right, real quick. This is Champions number 21. This is the first appearance of Amka Aliak. Her name is Snowguard. I believe she's like a legacy character to Snowbird or whatever. High grade copy, $5. And then this is a controversial issue, Champions number 24. It's a high grade copy at $5. This is when the champions tackle the great debate of gun violence in schools. So there you go. It's Champions 24, $5. Do I have any more champions?
Everybody take a look in your upper right corner. Thank you, Mr. Lott.
What happened?
There's a new experience logo spinning around.
A new experience logo. Cool. Where's my commercial? Where's the Fatjack's commercial?
I don't know. It might be coming.
You know, where are all the things that we were promised once upon a time? I don't know. But here we are, just babbling along. All right. I'll have to look. Mr. Winkler, I will look to see if we have any more champion stuff. I don't want Snyder to yell at us for too much dead air, so I can't look through the boxes too much. Okay, so anything else brought up? Anyone curious about anything, Al, or are we just moving along?
No, you're good.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. We have an Aftershock Ambassador exclusive variant by David Mack for Search for Hugh #1. This is the book that we are going to give away, and how we're going to give away is the same way we gave away stuff during the holiday episodes, and that is just a raffle. And the way that you get your name into a plastic bag that Jason will then pick at the end of the episode is just claim anything. Doesn't matter how much it is, doesn't matter what, and your name will go into the bag, and you might win Search for Hugh #1 Ambassador exclusive by Aftershock, painted by David Mack. Okay, so I guess it's all right. Real quick, for anyone who did not check out our local show, I just want to point out some books that we had up here before. We have Totally Awesome Hulk #1, the action figure variant. That is the first appearance of Amadeus Cho as the Hulk. That's a high-grade copy at $25. We have the controversial issue of Avengers: The Children's Crusade #9. That is the issue where Hulkling and Wiccan share their first kiss. And in some countries, they got quite mad at that and burned the book. We also have Amazing Spider-Man #5, the second appearance of Silk, plus the first cover appearance of Silk. That is a high-grade copy at $8. We have Toxic Avenger #2, technically the second appearance of Toxic Avenger. We have Marvel Point 1 #1. That is a very fine plus copy, primarily because there's a ding on the bottom left-hand corner. That is $20, and that is the first appearance and first cover of Sam Alexander, Nova. We have 3 copies of Generations: The Thunder #1. The normal cover is $6. They're all high grade, $6. We have a Jack Kirby variant at $8, and then we have a 1 in 25 variant at $15. The significance of that one shot is when we first find out that it is very possible that the Phoenix is the mother of Thor. We also have Mighty Thor number 1 during the period where Jane Foster was Thor. That is a high-grade copy at $6. And we also have Vengeance number 3. That is a very fine plus copy at $8. That is the 3rd appearance of America Chavez. And also, I'm pretty sure we still have a copy of Vengeance number 2, which is very fine plus at $15. And that is the 2nd appearance of America Chavez. And if you're wondering what her first appearance is, it's Vengeance number 1, and it's easily a $300 book nowadays. Okay, so those are. Oh, and then in terms of a couple other titles that were on the local show, we have Punisher 218. That is a 1 in 10 variant. It is the first appearance of Frank Castle as War Machine. That is a high-grade copy of $50. We also have Omega the Unknown from 1976 by Steve Gerber. That is a very fine plus copy at $30. It is the first appearance of Omega the Unknown and the first appearance of James Michael Starling. And if anyone's wondering why Omega the Unknown is in the news and his first appearance has been going up in value, Darkhold Omega, the final issue of the Darkhold miniseries, just came out this past Wednesday, and it reintroduces Omega to the Marvel Universe. Also, we have Black Gritty, also known as Black Chewbacca, also known as Black K, also known as Black Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, Black Gritty, man. He's in the news. Spoiler, he appears in the most recent episode of the Book of Boba Fett. His first appearance is Darth Vader number 1, which is why don't be shocked that a $10, $15 book is now suddenly a $50, $60 book. But this is the first cover appearance of Black Gritty fighting Chewbacca. Pretty cool. There you go. And then we also have just a fun little Star Wars number 92 from the 80s, the Marvel run. This is a really nice Cynthia, what is it, Cynthia Martin? Yeah, Cynthia Martin, Bill Sienkiewicz, doing a pretty cool cover. This is a very fine plus copy at $18. All right, and I'm pretty sure that is all of the books that are left over from the local show. Okay, so now moving on to some new stuff. All right, so first up, we have Doctor Strange 182, Gene Colan cover. This is Doctor Strange during his weird blue mask period where he's fighting the Juggernaut. Because if I were to tell you, who do you think is going to show up in a Doctor Strange comic? I bet you would totally guess Juggernaut. Now, this does have a loose cover, which is why, despite the fact that the book is actually in pretty good condition, that loose cover does knock it down to what we consider to be a fine grade, and that is priced at $18. And then we have from the Steve Englehart, Frank Brunner run of Doctor Strange, we have issue number 3. With a really cool Brunner cover of Doctor Strange and Clea fighting Dormammu. But the one thing that is weird about this particular issue, this issue actually is a reprint. Now, there's a couple pages in the beginning and the end that give it context to the Englehart-Brunner storyline that was going on at this point. But this issue was used to sort of reprint and reestablish the early appearances of Dormammu during Strange Tales, when Doctor Strange was banging around in that book. But this is a very fine copy at $20. A book that has only gone up in value over the past year, especially now, this is not a confirmed rumor quite yet, but it is starting to pick up momentum, and that is the fact that Garth Ennis and Amanda Connor's The Pro has been optioned for something. If you don't know what The Pro is a one-shot by Garth Ennis and Amanda Connor where a sex worker gets superpowers. And, so from the creator of The Boys, there are a lot of rumors going on that this property, now it's only this one issue, I don't think there's been anything since. It's just this. But there's a lot of rumors that this property has been optioned. And who knows, maybe with the success of The Boys TV show on Amazon and stuff like that, there might be some real credence to this being made into Netflix. Oh man, Banana's got the inside scoop over here. He's letting us know.
Probably.
Anyway, this is a book. We have it. This is a high grade copy we have here for $20, but I saw this easily going for $30, $40 recently. We also have another copy. This is a very fine plus copy at $15, primarily because a little bit of stress on the spine. We've had these on the show before, so I'll just point them out really fast. This is Venom number 1. This was, I believe, the second. It doesn't matter. It's a high grade copy at $10. And then we have 2 issues that have become quite popular recently because of the new Venom series written by Ram V, who has teased a lot in regards to the possible return of the original first host of the Venom symbiote. That was a Kree soldier, and that Kree soldier was first introduced in this issue here, Venom First Host number 1. This is a high grade copy at $15. And then you get the first appearance of the Sleeper, which is when Eddie Brock bonds with an infant symbiote. This is Venom First Host number 3. This is a high grade copy at $15. So there's all that. Do you want to do the break? It's 6:33. Let's just do a break and just reestablish. All right.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
At a hotel room. Oh shit. Yeah, he's like, you can't be around me because I'm sick.
We're not live. Keep talking.
No,
we're not live. Tell us secrets. Tell us. So what did Duke do to the? Who has herpes?
put her in a hotel room.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Here we go. This chronic fatigue, man. Good Lord. I'm exhausted. All right, here we go. Keep it up. Come on, Banana. You got to be the spark plug. Keep it
I
up.
got nothing.
God, bastard. All right. So next up,
That's what my dad calls me.
spark plug.
Bastard.
Oh, bastard. What do you think he's implying? Do you think you're not his?
I hope not.
All right, Captain Marvel, #1 by Kelly Thompson. And who's this artist? Carmen Carnero. This is a high-grade copy at $6. It is also the first appearance of Ripley Ryan. Ripley Ryan is the character who would, a couple issues later, become Star. If you don't know who Star is, what's her whole thing? She's like the possessor of the Reality Stone or something. Like, they introduced all these like new characters that are all right, whatever. And then this is Captain Marvel #2. This is the follow-up issue to that #1 issue. This is the first appearance of Soam. Hey Jason, who's Soam? All right, Jason, man, you're full of so much content. So much content.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying.
All right,
Jaden, where are you at?
this was a big issue that obviously is probably a little late to the party. But this is Sam Wilson, Captain America #14, #TakeBackTheShield. This is a book that, I don't know, it's topping out around like $15-ish or so. We have a high-grade copy here for $8. But again, I'm going to reiterate, what makes this key is primarily the cover. The cover became very important.
Still trending.
Back in it's still trending, huh? Wow. Okay, so Jason did come through. Now this is not the normal cover, but this is all new Captain America. This is the first issue of that series, which was the very first Sam Wilson as Captain America solo series. An issue that I think at this point is like a $30 book. But this is the Stephen Colbert variant cover. This is a high-grade copy at $15. If anyone is interested, we've had a show before when we talked about White Fox. Well, she's still in the news. If anyone's interested, we still have some copies of Contest of Champions #1, high-grade copies at $15. That is White Fox's very first appearance and her first cover. She is a character that, if you've been paying attention, Marvel definitely wants to do something with. We're just not exactly sure what quite yet, but they keep pushing her. And as we joked about in a couple episodes a few weeks ago, I was shocked at the amount of books that she has appeared in some form or another. And here we have Domino Hot Shots #1, high grade, $5. This is the first appearance of the Hot Shots. That is the team of Domino, Atlas Bear, Black Widow, White Fox, Diamondback, and Outlaw. All right. Now, there's nothing key about this. This is just a personal favorite. Something if you've never read it before, this should be on your radar. This is Excalibur, Mojo Mayhem one-shot, released in the late 80s. Now, it's written by Chris Claremont, but more importantly, it's illustrated by Arthur Adams, and it stars the X-Babies. But again, this is such a spectacular one-shot. This is one that I remember very, very fondly growing up, and I've read it many times as an adult. It absolutely holds up, and I got to be honest, Arthur Adams' artwork is spectacular. But again, that is a high-grade copy at $6. Next up, we have, speaking of Claremont, Dazzler #1, the very first issue that begins Dazzler's series that would lead her to fight Dr. Doom, to fight Galactus. It was an interesting book, to say the least. Dazzler #1. Now, this is a Fine Plus copy at $8. Fantastic Four, issue 308. The first appearance of Fasood. It's a very fine minus copy at $3. And anyone who can tell me who Fasood is, I will applaud you. But it's his first appearance. Incredible Hulk, $3.25. The first appearance of Rick Jones as the Hulk. This is a very fine minus copy at $5 and part of the 25th anniversary Border series of covers that Marvel did back in, what was this, 1986? Yeah, 1986. So I imagine a lot of you, especially of a certain generation, will recognize that style of border art. And we have a few more of these floating around here. We'll probably get to at some point. All right. Next up, we have Incredible Hulk, $3.37, written by Peter David. But more importantly, it has an appearance by X Factor. But I think most people would be more interested in the fact that this is one of the issues illustrated by a young Todd McFarlane, pre-Spider-Man. Who? Todd, Mark McGuire, Sammy, I don't know. Speaking of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man number 11 by Dan Slott and Oliver Koipel, part of the Spider-Verse storyline. This is a high-grade copy at $5, but what makes it key is the first full appearance of Solemn, the father of the Inheritors. If you never read the Spider-Verse storyline, the basic concept was that there was this like pan-dimensional family of vampires or something who could only feed off of spider characters. And so they would travel through all these different alternate realities and parallel universes and eat all the Spider-Men and Spider-Ladies and Spider-People.
Huh.
Yeah, and so that's a big deal. What's his name again? Soulless. I was wrong. It's soulless, meaning he is soulless. Huh.
Interesting.
There we go. Now this is a fun one. Amazing Spider-Man number 17. Still part of the Dan Slott run. This is post Spider-Verse. This is a high-grade copy at $8. But this is the first appearance of Francine Fry. She's definitely been popping up throughout the Dan Slott run. She popped up a bunch in the Nick Spencer run. So she actually kind of established herself as a second-generation Spider villain. All right. Now we're going to move on to a couple more keys. Let me just make sure where are my notes. Notes. Here we go. So, Doctor Strange, Damnation, number 1 by Nick Spencer and Rod Rios. This is the first team appearance of the Ghost Rider Avengers. That is Ghost Rider versions of Black Panther, Thor, Captain Marvel, Falcon, and Hawkeye. And then we get, now this one's a lot, this is fun. Doctor Strange Damnation number 2. This is the first team appearance of the new Midnight Suns. If you're unfamiliar who the Midnight Suns are, they were introduced in the early 90s Ghost Rider series. And you had Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, Morbius, the Night Stalker characters like Hannibal King. You had the Darkhold characters. So anyway, it was those characters. This is the second version of the Midnight Suns. And I got to be honest, this is a lineup that is really fun. And I would actually like to see a lot more from. This lineup includes Moon Knight, Blade, Elsa Bloodstone, Dr. Voodoo, Man-Thing, Ghost Rider, Iron Fist, Wong, Scarlet Spider, and my boy, not Pizza Dog, but it's a close second, Bats, the ghost of Doctor Strange's dog. There you go. High grade copy at $5. All right. Now let's slip back in to Spider-Man because I accidentally went out of order. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 15 It's just an iconic Alex Ross cover of Mary Jane as Iron Spider. High grade copy, $5. And then we get Amazing Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows, #1, limited series, the Scotty Young variant. And this is the first appearance of Anna May Parker, who is the alternate reality daughter of Mary Jane and Peter Parker, who would later become known as Spiderling. Now, hey, don't sleep on this. You never know. Spider-Girl, May Parker, she became a pretty big character. Who knows? And the way that the multiverse is working and everything like that, just because these characters are being introduced in alternate realities and stuff, you never know. You never know. All right, so we got that. Alex Ross. All right. And then we get from the Nick Spencer run of Amazing Spider-Man, which recently came to an end a couple months ago. This is, excuse me a second. All right, let me just get my little notes here together. All right, Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is the first appearance of the villain Kindred, but he wasn't named yet. So we don't know his name yet, but this is his first appearance. And he was pretty much the main villain of Nick Spencer's entire run. That is a high-grade copy at $8. And then we get Amazing Spider-Man 24, where Kindred sort of kills Mysterio. I'm pretty sure he's not dead, but he sure looks like he's dead. But you find out the name, and it's Kindred. Spoiler, I already told you. High-grade copy, $5. And then, because again, this show cannot avoid controversy. It's just what we cultivate here. Amazing Spider-Man #4. The first appearance of Spider-Bot. Right? Is that his name? Yes, Spider-Bot. That's cool. But more importantly, this was a very controversial issue, and at one point was recalled because, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was Nick Spencer or Ryan Otley, but they added in a lot of anti-Mormonism symbolism. So, this book has a little value to it. We're not peaking at value, but still, high-grade copy at $6. Get in on the controversy. Too bad we don't have Mockingbird #8. I wonder why that was controversial. I'm trying to remember. Who knows? Okay, so it looks like, wow, we did an entire side. Oh my God, I'm impressed with myself. I actually got through it without babbling too much like I am now. All right, now we're going to move over here to the left side, or at least the left to me, but is it the left? No, it's the right. That doesn't matter.
It's left. Mr. Quintero, you can email the show email if you need to. If you can get in direct contact with us.
Okay, so we talked about a couple of those issues over there. They were on from the local shows. If anyone has any questions, let me know. But let's talk about these 2 issues of Thor right here. So like I said before, this is that Marvel 25th anniversary border style that they did. This is Thor #373, part of the Walt Simonson run. It's a very fine copy at $4. But this issue, this is a fun one. All right. So this is Thor 385, okay? This is a fine plus copy at $5, but this book actually has a little bit of value. I think near mint, it gets up in the $10 to $12 range. But what makes this kind of unique, not only do you get an awesome Thor versus Hulk fight, but it is a story written by Stan Lee, who hadn't written Thor in years at this point, and you get a very young Eric Larson doing the art. And when I say a young Eric Larson, trust me, when you look at the art that's in this, it doesn't look anything like Larson, like what his style would inevitably become, that sort of like weird abstract Kirby-ish art. It looks a little bit more like a Buscema, to be very honest. But still, and this cover has actually become a little iconic over the time. I've definitely seen statues of this and stuff. But yeah, so Thor 385, a fine plus copy at $5. Stan Lee and Eric Larson doing a Thor versus Hulk fight. Good fun. All right, now let's step into a little 80s nostalgia. And I'm talking about G.I. Joe. First up, we have G.I. Joe number 51 with a gorgeous John Byrne cover. Now, this is a fine copy at only $2.50, but this is a pretty cool key. You get the first appearance of Xandar, Thunder, Toll Booth. There's a name. If you ever wanted a code name, Toll Booth. Thrasher, and the first appearance of Cross Country. Cross Country was the driver figure that would come with that weird G.I. Joe mobile tank unit thing where they would lay down and it's the whole thing. Look it up. Cross Country.
Toll booth.
I don't know who Toll Booth is.
What is a toll booth?
What is a toll booth?
It's just Easy Pass is now a thing.
But Easy Pass, it's still a toll booth. It just doesn't have a human being in it. It's got a machine.
It's not the same.
But it's a toll booth.
Yeah.
It's a toll booth with Easy Pass.
It's a slow down to speed up.
What's a toll booth?
Yeah, but you can still pay a toll if you wanted to. If you didn't have Easy Pass.
Yeah, but no.
But no, you can't just. That's not.
Just
an
wait.
argument.
Just wait till the future happens.
What do you bring to the show again?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Your favorite G.I. Joe character from Mr. Line. What's your answer? If you can't say Snake Eyes, it's too easy.
Well, then Snake Eyes Wolf, Timberwolf.
Timber?
Yeah, I like Timber. Yeah, actually, that's a really good question.
Crazy Legs.
I've had this thought of Crazy Legs. That's pretty fun.
I had a Crazy Legs. His legs were broken, and all they do is this.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, it's great.
I really like how much Serpentor whines like a little baby. I'm Serpentor. Roblox's the man. Love Roblox. One of the greatest moments ever is blind Roblox carrying a Cobra Commander who turned into a snake. Ooh, speak.
Well, that was the whole thing. Okay, go on.
All right. Well, first of all, 25th anniversary edition Marvel covers. There it is again. Speaking of Snake Eyes, so that is G.I. Joe number 53. This is a very fine minus copy at $3.50. But so this issue here, G.I. Joe number 55, this is actually a key. It is the first appearance of Lowlight, okay, and the origin of Cobra Commander, where you find out. Okay, real quick. Don't look it up. If you were to guess what occupation Cobra Commander had before he became Cobra Commander, what do you think it is?
I know this.
You actually know it?
Yeah.
All right, so we're just going to we'll say it in a moment, but this is a very fine minus copy at $5. But if anyone in the chat, please don't look it up. Just take a quick guess because I'm going to ruin it in probably a minute or two.
Phenomenal.
I'll say this.
We got one guess for account.
Account? Okay, that's a good guess. I'll give you a hint. I have made self-deprecating jokes at times that sometimes when I'm depressed and I think of this show, I wonder if all I'm doing is just being this occupation.
It just sells.
Which saddens me at times.
Just sell things.
So here's G.I. Joe number 65, Joe's in Space. This is a very fine minus copy at $3.50. All right. Now,
Guess for Snake Pit owner.
Snake Pit owner. Okay, that's a good one. He's Joe Exotic before Joe Exotic was Joe Exotic. By the way, can we stop deifying that jackass?
Oh no! Have you seen the second series?
No, I refuse to.
Oh, you should.
No, I will not support a bunch of
This
terrible people.
The second series basically says they're all fucking horrible people.
They're terrible
They
people.
all are horrible people. They should all be in jail.
Carol Baskin killed her husband.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Anyway,
They're all horrible.
before I let everyone know what occupation the Cobra Commander was before Cobra Commander, I will point out a key here. Now, this is one that people should pay attention to because you never know, especially with the way the MCU works. This is Daredevil issue number 248. This is a very fine copy at $5, and it is the first appearance. Now, can we guess? Who do you think, what villain first appears in Daredevil 248?
The line, that's not fun. That's not a fun fact. Is it Bushwhacker?
It is! How'd you know? You just felt it?
No, I
Oh,
had that issue.
perfect. Yeah, Bushwhacker. For anyone who doesn't know who Bushwhacker is, he's the dude who, could morph his arms into, guns. Yeah. He was like Total Recall before Total Recall. Or, a Videodrome. He feels like a Cronenberg character.
It's crazy.
What?
Mr. Barucci's claiming it, and he claimed it the last time we had him.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what's crazy? You know what show that was?
What?
When we had Mockingbird number 8 on.
Really?
Yeah.
We actually had this issue?
I remember we were sitting over there. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Because this is the first Daredevil I ever owned.
Yeah, this is one of the first ones I ever. Yeah.
And Barucci was like, "Why did you sign it?" And I'm not signing it.
No.
Like,
Come
I'm
on.
not ruining the book.
Come on. No, this is a legitimate key. All right.
No,
Like,
it's a great issue.
I would not be surprised if Bushwhacker actually shows up in Moon Knight or Punisher, Daredevil. Oh my God, yeah, absolutely.
Isn't he?
Well, one of the best acts of vengeance was when Bushwhacker fought the Punisher.
Was it an ultimate Captain America?
No, that's a Nuke.
It's new.
That was the ultimate version of Nuke. Yeah, that's Nuke. Yeah. All right, so there we go. So this is clean.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Mr. Barucci.
Thank you, Mr. Barucci.
All right. So for anyone who did not guess, the old occupation of Cobra Commander was a used car salesman.
Great.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. There you go.
I get some cars. I'm going to take over the world.
Used car salesman. Hey, let's be honest, especially in 21st century America, if we were going to have a dictator, they would probably start out as a used car salesman.
They're starting
Or
out-
a reality TV show host.
Or like a casino owner.
Oh, a casino owner. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Failed casino.
Yeah, I'll say this. If America's going to get a dictator, it'll definitely be a big old loser who sucked at everything they ever did until they became the American dictator. Because that's the world we live in now. Speaking of which, Captain America versus Asthma Monster. This was one of those weird promotional things where, I don't know, kids were taught about
I have
asthma.
asthma.
But you have asthma?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where's your inhaler?
I don't know.
Is it full of cocaine?
I don't know.
It's full of steroids.
How badly do you have asthma if you don't know where your inhaler
Not
is?
there.
All right, I guess not. So this is Captain America meets the Asthma Monster, who looks like Swamp Thing with an Adam Strange jetpack. This is a fine copy at only $2. All right, let's dip back in to some 80s nostalgia. All right, first up is Ewoks, number 5. This is a very good plus copy at $5 because it was a kid's comic and it was well loved. But these Ewok comics have value. Same thing with Silverhawks. No, I'm sorry, it's not Silverhawks number 1, but we do have number 2. So I guess you could technically say we have the second appearance of Silverhawks. Right. All right, cool. This is a fine plus copy at $3. And then we have Silverhawks number 3, the third appearance of the Silverhawks. Now, this is a fine plus copy at $3. All right, there you go. And now, okay, we've joked about this before. We've had some fun. We've definitely had the first issue on this show, and we've definitely sold it for an amount of money that I'm still confused by. I'm talking about Thundercats. And the book, obviously, Thundercats Number 1 is a book that at this point, what is it up to now? Like $60, $80 it's selling for? And that's raw. That's not slabbed. I saw a slabbed like 9.2 sell for $200. Anyway.
I want to get the new Stampede and have it. So does Duke.
Yeah. But let's talk real fast. For anyone who's confused, why? Why is Silverhawks #1 suddenly a $40 book? Why are issues of Mask starting to have value? Why does Thundercats? Now, I'm not going to bury the lead. None of these Thundercats are above mid-grade. A few of them are actually low-grade. And yet they still sell for $3, $4, $5, $6. Because high-grade copies sell close to $20, okay? Now, not only were they kids' comic books, obviously, so a lot of these books probably did not make it out of a kid's collection in any kind of a good condition. So you got that going for you. They were not high-published books. They had low print runs, things of that nature. So already you have some scarcity in regards to some of these. You also, we're talking about the 80s, and it is late era Gen Xers and early era millennials are now entering their middle age, and they're staring down the barrel of their own mortality. And if we've learned anything about nostalgia, it helps to appease certain kinds of existential anxiety.
I miss my life.
Yes. So people are also, trying to, let's be honest, buy back some of their childhood. Nothing wrong with that. But more importantly, Hasbro, the company that owns all of these properties, have a double-edged sword plan. The first one is to have a live-action, interconnected movie universe a la the MCU. We're talking G.I. Joe, Transformers, Mask, ROM, Thundercats, Silverhawks, all that stuff.
And they only started that 7 or 8 years ago, so this is now
So we're getting
to fruition.
Honestly, that's a terrible idea.
Also, Hasbro, as far as I'm aware, has gotten into the Netflix family.
That's what's coming to fruition.
Right, and so now Netflix is about to reintroduce a new Silverhawk series.
Share's in it too.
Reintroduce a new Thundercats series.
Yeah.
I would like to see a new Mask series. I'll probably never watch it, but it's just nice to know it's out there. So because of that, these books that I couldn't have given away for a quarter only 3 or 4 years ago now have some real value. So we've talked about the Silverhawks. So here's Thundercats #5. Now this is a very good copy primarily because it looks like some kid spilled his apple juice or something up there, but it's still worth $4. Thundercats #7. This is a fine copy at $6. And then we get Thundercats. It's actually kind of neat that I didn't know about this Thundercats comic book. Unlike a lot of the other kind of star comics that were based off of cartoons at the time, Thundercats is one of the very few series that actually adapted episodes from the cartoon to the comic books. A lot of the other stuff are like new stories and stuff. Like most of these, as I was looking through them, were all like adapted by, or what have you. And a lot of the actual TV show writers wrote this series, yeah. So Thundercats #10, Vengeance is Mine. That's right. A fine copy at $6.
I tried rewatching Thundercats a couple years ago.
And you regretted it.
I couldn't get through those episodes.
It's so hard.
It's so hard to get through, man. It really is. The theme song is
Oh,
So
and that animation.
no, it's
Woo!
So they re-released Thundercats with
Thundercats #11, very good, $4. No, keep talking.
so they did with the Teen Titans. So Teen Titans had
#13,
Cartoon Network.
Oh,
very good minus.
And they
$3.
released it and had a very short run. And people were like, "This is horrible." But it wasn't that bad. And they did a weird thing where
it was like a
#14,
Oh, yeah. Is it like a
very good minus,
zombie
$3.
child thing? You gotta watch it. It's
Oh, there you go. JD, my man.
Yeah, no, see, like, that is amazing animation for that time. Oh, it's brilliant. No, just play Thundercats episodes. You don't have to watch us. Snarf. Thundercats #15, fine minus, $5.
I hate what's his name? new one.
The one where they're all like
On,
My Little
Kevin
Pony?
Kevin Smith's version.
Oh, you mean the He-Man thing?
Oh, sorry, He-Man. Yeah. Jesus, I'm sorry. All right, see, 80s. All right, listen.
What the hell is going on over there?
He-Man comics?
Did you drink too much liquid courage?
No, I mean, you got one. No.
Thundercats number 16. Fine, $6. Or fine minus $5.
To be fair, you were born after Thundercats was on, though, right?
A rat in cat's clothing. That's telling. This is Thundercats number 18. Fine minus at $5. All right. Now let's stick with some of this 80s nostalgia for a quick moment. Yeah, Al?
Are we doing a break?
Oh, break. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Do a break. Sorry.
8 minutes back.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey. And behind every page, there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit ComicShopLocator.com today.
The whole Daredevil and Punisher.
Welcome back to the Unabomber tries to sell comic books.
Going to Disney right now. And they sold books. So what they did is
Jason's giving away secrets.
Are the Netflix shows still on Netflix?
Yeah.
Until Disney starts producing their own.
but they made bang on both ends.
All right. Fatjack's Comicrypt. Fatjack's is 2 words. None of that matters.
Gentlemen, welcome back. Happy New Year again.
All right, for anyone who's joining us for the first time, we are giving away a Aftershock Ambassador exclusive cover. Search for You, by David Mack. Now, the way it works, it's easy.
5 names in the bucket so far.
All right.
Get your name in, people.
Just claim anything. You can claim a $2 book. It doesn't matter. Your name goes into the bag, and Banana over here will pick the name out.
Pick my name again.
God, no. You got a Moon Knight. You're okay. You're taken care of. Yeah. You take care of that, because the day I die, Robot Marshall's gonna come looking for his royalties.
You need to sign it first.
that ain't happening. Robot Marshall doesn't sign stuff. Again, man, true artists don't want credit.
Wheatfield?
No, Liefeld signs everything. In fact,
No, not for a price. He does. For a price, he signs whatever he wants.
how much does his signature cost nowadays?
$80.
Rob Liefeld's signature costs $80.
If I'm going to convention, it's $80.
Oh man, good lord!
I had a picture with him for $60.
Oh,
It's a great picture, but $60.
I should have pursued a career because I didn't have to be. You don't have to be good. Just not get a name.
No, obviously.
All right. Sorry, we're just All right.
Hey, Rob, I love you.
Oh yeah, hey Rob. So happy you like watching this. Yeah. All right, let's get back into it. All right, so real quick, you know what I should have done instead of peeing? I should have set up new books. I am really not good at this. Hey, by the way, don't get COVID. It sucks.
Oh, you getting COVID brain?
Man, I got COVID fatigue, man. And you know what sucks? During the local show, I was like, this isn't too bad. I got this. Moment the experience started, I'm dragging ass. All right. Woo.
Kill the weed walks.
All right, guys. Let's get it. It's Caddyshack 2 time now. What is it? Woo-sa. Woo-sa. All right. I got the energy. All right, here we go. Who recognizes this beautiful cover here? Does anyone here remember the name Darkman? Anyone? Yo, by the way, real quick, that movie holds up. That movie's a blast.
It's a great movie.
And you know what's hilarious about Darkman? Okay, Darkman is a Sam Raimi movie starring Liam Neeson, pre-Taken, pre-Rob Roy. Oh, actually, I have something I want to talk to you guys before the show is over about a new movie subgenre or movie TV subgenre called competent but competency. But anyway, it's competent porn. Anyway, it's a subgenre of competency. Thank you, competency.
Are we talking
porn?
James Gunn PG porn?
No. It's a subgenre of films and TV shows where really the reason why it's good, the reason why it's pleasurable, the reason why you want to watch it is because you like watching people or groups just be really good at what they do. I'm talking about Denzel Washington's Equalizer, the Jack Reacher novels, Star Trek Voyager and the Janeway crew, John Wick, the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes series. It is Nobody with Bob Odenkirk. It is a series of narrative stories where really what you are into is not the drama, it's not the conflict. It is a problem arises and a character or group of characters step in and just knock it out of the park in regards to just taking care of the problem. It's like, and I give my girlfriend Angela a lot of credit because that's how she described her love of Star Trek Voyager, which I hate. Not hate, I'm not into. And I'm not into it because there's no drama. There's no conflict. There's nothing. It's
Next
just.
Generation. You gotta watch the next generation.
Yeah. But anyway, a problem arises and a group of people go, I'm good at this and I'm good at this and let's solve it. And they solve it. And then it ends. The episode ends. And I'm like, what just happened? And Angela turns to me and goes, competency porn. Or whatever the word I can't pronounce well. So think about it. Like when you watch John Wick, you're not watching John Wick because you're like, oh my God, how's John Wick going to get out of the situation? No, instead you're like, how is John Wick going to kill everybody? There's no doubt that dude is walking out of that room alive. So really, all I want to see is how does he walk out of that room alive? Go back. In all honesty, I give it a lot of credit. Did you ever watch the Equalizer movies? Did you like at least the first one? You didn't like it?
I liked it up to an extent. I didn't. It was a little too much.
Okay.
It was good. It's just that movie in particular, I just didn't care.
Understood. Did you ever watch the Equalizer?
The first one.
Okay. Yeah. Like I actually couldn't help myself. For $10, I got both of them on Blu-ray.
But Man on Fire.
Oh
my
It's
God.
exceptional. I know that's not really related to what you're talking about.
No, it's still Denzel Washington.
Whoa.
And it was a phenomenal movie.
That's not completely true. Because again, You know he's going to take care. Actually,
You
here's
don't though, Man on Fire, because he gets.
Well, he's
so yeah.
He's like,
all
at the end, but
You know what? Here's
he
a
follows through.
Here's a fun question. I don't expect everyone to figure it out right now, but here's just something I'm just going to throw out there to my two friends here with me and to anyone who is still watching us. Tony Scott and Ridley Scott, two brothers who are directors. What Tony Scott movie would you like Ridley Scott to direct, and what Ridley Scott movie would you like Tony Scott to direct? So think about it. Just you don't have to come up with an answer now, but think about that, okay?
Everybody in the chat too.
Everyone in the chat. So again, think of every Tony Scott movie that exists. Which of Tony Scott's oeuvre would you like his brother to have directed, and vice versa? Okay. So anyway, this is Darkman Volume 2. So the original Darkman miniseries was an adaptation of the Sam Raimi film. And Sam Raimi created Darkman because at the time, he could not get the rights to Spider-Man. So he created his own sort of version because he desperately wanted to do a comic book movie and he really wanted to do Spider-Man. Too bad he never got the opportunity. Sucks. But he did create Darkman, and that was cool, with a lot of practical effects that still hold up to this day. Anyway, this is issue number 1, volume 2. This is when, for a brief period of time, for about 5 or 6 issues, they decided to create more Darkman stories. If anything else, that is an awesome cover. So this is a high-grade copy at $5. Darkman, volume 2, number 1.
Beverly Hills Cop.
By Ridley Scott? Wait, Tony Scott didn't do Beverly Hills Cop 1.
He did.
Tony
He did
Scott,
two.
no, he did 2. He did, yeah. Martin
Still,
Best.
oh, love to see it.
Ridley Scott? Okay, no, that's good. No, don't judge me. No,
weird.
I'm wrapping my head around it. Okay, so Jason here has Ridley Scott doing Beverly Hills Cop 2. You got to come up with Tony Scott doing a Ridley movie. So you can't just half-ass it, brother. All right, let's stick into our 80s nostalgia here and go into, again, I bet you recognize this, 25th anniversary border thing. This is Transformers number 22. This is a very fine copy at $5. And there's a key thing to this. Bear with me. Oh, this is the first appearance of the Stunticons and the origin of Circuit Breaker.
The what?
I gotta be honest.
Making shit up now.
Every now and again, you know what? Actually, that would be a great show. Oh my God.
We're like spot what you made up.
Yeah, like I mix it all together.
You're like, yeah, this is the Stunticon.
But
Right, and the game is you gotta and
What makes sense?
I can trust you guys because I can watch if you look it up. The chat I can't trust as much.
We should do that and have a first appearance like a Stunticon some shit. And if Jack can get it, it's a raffle prize.
Okay, we'll have to figure that out. All right.
We'll work that out in a couple
That's
of
right. Because I figure at this point, the we're not allowed to do games thing anymore is thrown out the window, which I never understood at the time. Anyway, yeah, first appearance of Stunticons.
Oh, shout out to Mr. White. That's a good one.
Oh, what?
Crimson Tide with Black Hawk Down.
Ooh, okay, man. All right.
Because you took both of their, like,
That was good.
Good swap, man.
Oh, man. Okay, that's good. And see, all right, you guys are on to what I'm thinking of.
All right, Mr. White wins.
Yeah, Crimson Tide.
I forgot about both of them.
Yeah. Crimson Tide by Ridley Scott and Black Hawk Down by Tony Scott. Ooh, that's interesting. What did Gary?
He's voting for Chuck White. So there you go.
All
So Mr. White, you got one vote from Gary Lyon.
Hey, what can we? All right, Chuck. What can we give you? Let's give you something, man. You're gonna win something, brother. Hold on, let me figure it out. All right, we'll figure it out. You're gonna win something. We'll get you something, but please, more. I like them. Yeah, but that was really cool. I appreciate because how many times have we thrown things out like, no one, it just dies on the vine. No one cares. Oh, also, Transformers 22, the origin of Circuit Breaker. Right? Is that anybody's? Yeah, Circuit Breaker. There you go.
Is that right? Tarantino wrote something.
Yeah, well, he it was during his
Ghost Road.
yeah, it was his script doctoring thing. In fact, Gary. It's probably Gary who said that, right? Gary. Specifically, it's a monologue. I'm trying to remember what the monologue was. Was it about a comic book character or something?
It's about God is like a virgin.
No. That's. You know what's funny about that? So I don't remember what the movie it was, but Quentin Tarantino got invited to be like in a party, and Tarantino does that monologue about what, like a virgin. No, Top Gun. It's all about Top Gun. If anyone wonders, why did Roger Avery and Quentin Tarantino have a falling out? Because they were buddies at the video store who wrote scripts together. Specifically, the famous 500-page script that became Pulp Fiction, Natural Born Killers, True Romance, and Killing Zoe. Okay? So one script that these two guys wrote ended up becoming 4.5 movies. The reason they had a falling out was that Top Gun monologue was Roger Avery's. Tarantino took it from Avery and passed it off as his own. Yeah.
JD says Blade Runner and Top Gun.
Oh, okay. So Blade Runner, that's Tony, and then Ridley doing. Oh my God, what would?
Blade Runner? That's a good one. Yeah, because I would like to see that. Like,
Okay, I gotta be honest.
That's a good one.
What is Top Gun if Ridley Scott directs it?
It'd probably be a good movie.
All right. Okay. Tony Scott does Legend.
Are you like Top Gun? I'm sorry, you're allowed to. I'm sorry, it's just not my favorite.
Okay.
I know my taste in movies. It gets under everyone's skin.
Tony Scott does Legend, and Ridley Scott does Domino. All right, sticking with our Transformers. Okay, so by the time they got into the high 60s and so forth, the print run of Transformers completely bottomed out. So even in mid-grade condition, a lot of these late era 80s Marvel Transformer comics have some value. So here we have Transformers number 69. This is a fine copy at $8. This is also post the greatest Transformers movie of all time. Transformers the movie from 1986. The movie that an 8-year-old Brendan.
Did you cry?
All right, I'm going to tell you the story. It's a quick story. You better fucking believe I cried.
I did too.
I got dropped off at a theater by myself at the age of 8, which you can already say
It's a Transformers.
there was a lot going on in my life that an adult who was responsible for me dropped me off at a movie theater by myself. And
It's an 80s.
okay, 80s are different. You're right. 80s. So I watched it, Transformers for the first time, and I bawled. I cried. And I must have been so upset when it ended that the usher allowed me to sit and watch the movie 2 more times. So I watched Transformers the movie by myself at the age of 8 in the theater 3 times in a row.
So you watched-
And I got free popcorn and soda.
You watched Optimus Prime die.
I watched my daddy die a lot.
Nice.
Yeah. For anyone who's never watched the show,
Sorry,
this
spoilers.
asshole's got a lot of daddy issues. Anyway, this is an $8 book.
You spent 6 hours in the movies.
Yeah.
And nobody came to get you.
Nobody came to get it. Yeah. Well, because it was like a mall or something like that, like theater. So like I was expected to like go to a toys. I was like, yeah, it was like, who knows? They were probably like, who the hell knows what happens? If anything, one day this show should just be like, if anyone wants comics, they're right here. But I'm going to sit here and just tell stories from my childhood. And I'm going to be honest, I hope you laugh because they might make you cringe. All right, Transformers number 70. That's actually a really cool cover. I apologize, I don't know the artist off the top of my head, even though it has like a kind of like a Brian Hitchy vibe to it or something like that. But this is Transformers number 70. This is a fine minus copy at $6. And then Web of Spider-Man number 21. Spider-Man and black costume Spider-Man fight. I mean, if that's not worth $4, I don't know what else is.
Very that Chewbacca cover.
Very right.
With the black Chewbacca.
You're, oh my God, you're so right. Here, check it out, guys. Look at this. In fact, if you buy this Star Wars with Black Gritty and Chewbacca fight, you'll get this Web of Spider-Man for free. So you'll get 2 books for $8.
It was a Gene Hackman model.
Right. Okay. But what was the what was the subject matter? All right. Web of Spider-Man. Now this is a beautiful, iconic cover, part of the Kraven's Last Hunt storyline. This is Web of Spider-Man number 32. This is part 4, where Spider-Man Black Costume Spider-Man digs himself out of the grave. This is a very fine minus copy at $8. So technically speaking, we've run through everything. So now I got to get new books. Okay. How do we want to do this? All right. What do we have for time? 7:27. Okay. How about this? Is it Kyle's with us? JD's with us. Okay. Let's just do the break now, and let me reset up, and we'll do the final segment until 8, and we'll call it a night. So JD, if you're listening, let's just do the break, and I'm gonna reset everything.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
Hi, I'm Travis, the King of Source Point, and you're watching The Experience.
We ready yet? What? I don't know. Oh, I didn't even get everything out yet. Oh my god. Oh no. What's happening here?
Mr. McHale, you got your webs. Don't worry about it. And I'm assuming Mike's doing his show tomorrow. He didn't say he's not, right?
He didn't say he's not.
Yeah, so anybody tuned in, Mike's show tomorrow on the Comic Book Shopping Network on Facebook from 4 to 6, and Brendan and Jason and myself will be back here next week. Will you be here next week?
Yeah.
We'll be here next week.
Nice.
From
It's becoming expected.
4 to 8, give or take. Here and there. You'll find us. You know where to find us. Doesn't matter. And you 2 of them are going to do their Instagram in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that.
We're getting a lot of people asking for some more whiskey and weirdos. Because I'm pretty sure everyone is just waiting for me to just shove my foot so far in my mouth it comes out my ass.
We just get drunk and ramble.
It's true.
And argue about movies that I hate and you like.
Yeah. like your terrible takes on movies. Like terrible. You have terrible taste.
I would like to get a show with you and Brendan and Henry talking about movies.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
That'd be
Ooh, that would be weird because there's a couple movies I'd agree with him, and
I've already lost
be
all
like,
respect.
no,
I've
no,
lost all
no,
respect for you.
But I would also hate everything he says.
All right, everybody, let's do. All right, so this is our last segment. So let's get a move on here. So, all right, first up is Avengers 291. Here we go. Let's take a look at that. That is a very fine copy at $4. But don't worry, it's key. Now, why is it key? All right. First, Namor's wife becomes Leviathan. That's her right there. Marina. There you go. She was really mean and mad and punches people at a party. It's very embarrassing. But more importantly,
Namor's wife.
yeah, and why it might be relevant later on because people love their MCU. A lot of Kang shit going on here. First appearance of Kang Orphan. First cameo appearance of Kang Nebula, Ravonna Renslayer. And the first team appearance of the Council of Cross-Time Kangs. So there we go. Oh, by the way, that reminds me about Kang. Did everyone pick up or miss out on Timeless number 1? Did you pick up Timeless number 1?
did.
You did. And you're aware of its big reveal at the very
I
end?
haven't read it yet, but
But did it get ruined for you? I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not going to say it because, it genuinely was. Okay, so Timeless number 1 is one of those, Marvel always does that, like with the Marvel Now, Marvel Legacy number 1. They always have that one shot that sort of sets up a bunch of different, like, their big storylines for, like, the coming year and everything. So Timeless number 1 was technically that. But I give it a lot of credit because it was a concise story. It focused on Kang. It was actually really cool, while at the same time introducing some neat story ideas. But more importantly, don't let anyone ruin it for you, but if you want, you can look it up. The last panel on the last page of Timeless number 1 got me very excited, especially because I hope the rumor is true and that Jonathan Hickman might be developing a title or story in regards to what is revealed at the end of Timeless number 1. All right, I'm just going to say that. Keep it on your docket. I think we have a couple copies left, but they're all variant editions. But if anyone is not aware and you're curious about the future of Marvel over the next year, Timeless number 1 actually turned out to be a fun. They're all 50-50s. You can literally just walk over there and look.
So if anybody interested, neither story has the main cover. That's sold out first week.
Yeah, and that's the cover with Kang on it.
But we do have multiple copies. Most stores have.
but the one with what's her name?
I'm just saying, it might be worth your time. That's all. And hey, if you're looking for a really cool Kang one-shot where Kang is just badass Kang, it was a very fun story. I haven't read much of Jed MacKay. He's written, like, the Black Cat series, which supposedly is pretty good. What else has MacKay done? Okay. Well, anyway, he wrote Kev Walker, whose art I enjoy. Mark Bagley did some pages. Who else? There were 3 artists that were. Anyway, it was a quality one-shot. I'm just throwing that out there. Oh, by the way, this show is sponsored by Marvel Comics. And,
DC.
Okay, next up, I would like to say that this show has been all first appearances, but I have a feeling it's been primarily second appearances. So let's keep that theme going. Astonishing Tales, number 23, the second appearance of Fin Fang Foom. It also consists with a reprint of the issue of Strange Tales, which was the first appearance of Fin Fang Foom. This is a fine plus copy at $18. Before Donny Cates wrote Silver Surfer Black, back in the 90s, you had Silver Surfer, issue 117. The first time that Silver Surfer decides, I was going to make a joke. Let's not go there. But it's sort of Silver Surfer Black, kind of. But it's just one of those things. This is a high-grade copy at $4. This was part of the George Perez and Tom Grindenberg. Is that how you pronounce his last name? Their run on the Silver Surfer title. But some speculators get a real kick out of this, trying to be ahead of the curve. And technically speaking, this is the first time that Silver Surfer ever used, I don't want to use the term blackface because there's a lot of really awful connotations about that, but satirically speaking, Silver Surfer does dress up as a black version of himself. But it's like more like a obsidian. Bob Saget died? Hey, breaking news on the Fatjack's Comicrypt it's Bob Saget died? Did he die from COVID? Did he die at the January 6th anniversary party?
It was today.
R.I.P. Bob Saget.
How old was he? I've been rewatching How I Met Your Mother. I really like that show. Speaking of Silver Surfer Black, here we have Annihilation, Scourge, Silver Surfer number 1. This is a high grade copy at $6. This is the issue where Silver Surfer Black and the Century combined to be one person. There you go. This is also the Annihilus variant, also a high grade copy at $6. All right, and now we dip our toe back into the 25th anniversary editions of Marvel Comics. This is Iron Man 212. Do I have notes? Come on, Brendan. Come on. What do you got going on here? All right. Do I even have the notes? What am I on this? Iron Man. Oh, this is this has a Dominic Fortune cameo. Okay. This is a very fine minus copy at $3.50. If you're unfamiliar who Dominic Fortune is, don't worry, because we have Iron Man 213, the full reintroduction of Dominic Fortune, a creation of Howard Chaykin for Atlas Comics. I can't remember. Zane, are you still in the chat? Who was Dominic Fortune before he was called Dominic Fortune? What was his name? Is in the Atlas Comics? I don't know. Anyway, anyone in the chat wants to look it up. Howard Chaykin created this character for Atlas Comics, and then it didn't work out, and so he reintroduced the character into Marvel Comics, but he changed the name to Dominic Scorpion. Scorpion. There we go. Look at that. I'm not that dumb. Anyway, Iron Man number 213, reintroduction of Dominic Fortune. Very fine plus at $5. Then we have Iron Man 163. This is a fine plus copy at $4. This is the first cameo appearance of Obadiah Stane and the first team appearance of probably one of the greatest supervillain teams of all time, the Chess Masters. Right? I know everyone has some. You have fond memories of the Chess Masters? Al, fond memories of the Chess Masters? Only fond memories. We'll get it here now, folks, before they appear in Iron Man 4. Fine plus copy, $4. Iron Man 163.
The
Queen's Gambit. I heard that show's good.
It's a good show.
You check it out? Yeah. All right. The other one that I'm interested in is the Hulu show, The Great, about Catherine II and Iron Man 214. There you go. We have 2 copies of this. This is a very fine plus copy at $6, and then a very fine plus copy. Wait, what? What the hell am I thinking here? Oh, no. This is very fine plus at $6. This is very fine at $5. But what makes this kind of key is Julia Carpenter, who was the Spider-Woman 2. This is the debut of her more iconic black and white costume. There you go. And then we get Iron Man 218. Very fine at $4, and the debut of the Deep Sea Armor. Right. And then we get Iron Man 223. This is a very fine copy at $4, and it is the first appearance of this second Blizzard. Oh, excuse me. Damn, where'd that come from? The second Blizzard, first appearance. And then we got. I can never keep this in order. Iron Man 224, a very fine minus copy at $3. Iron Man and Mr. Rhodes, they fight Whiplash, Blizzard 2, Beetle, and some other guy like Force guy or Force Perspective or something. I don't know. And then we get 230, Iron Man 230, very fine copy at $4. First appearance of Firepower. All right, fun. And then we get Invincible Iron Man 509, the debut of the Destroyer armor. That's where Iron Man creates armor based off of the old Thor villain, the Destroyer. Made famous in the very first Thor movie. Still going on. Now, these are fun primarily because of the covers. Marvel Tales 218, a really cool Mike Zeck, the Punisher, threatens Peter Parker with a gun. This is a very fine copy at $2. And then Marvel Tales 263 with an awesome Sam Keith cover. This is a very fine copy at $2 where Spiderman and the Hulk team up with Wood God. I think this reprints a Marvel team up that John Byrne had illustrated. All right, now we're going to step into a couple more little first appearances. Let me just find my notes real fast. Oh, here we go. All right, so recently Marvel had a bunch of, like an annual event called Infinites, and the whole storyline dealt with that the Infinity Gems attach themselves, each one individually attach themselves to a specific character. That's how we got that Captain Marvel #1 that introduced the character who would become Star. She was connected to like the Reality Stone or something. Well, this is Infinity Wars Infinity #1. This is the first appearance of a death row inmate by the name of Hector Bautista, who would become the possessor of the Time Stone and who would become a recurring character during the Infinites event. This is a high-grade copy at $8. And then we would get Infinity Wars #3. This is a high-grade copy at $6. This is the first appearance of Weapon Hex, which is a combo of X-23 and Scarlet Witch. First appearance of Ghost Panther. I'm pretty sure you can guess who that combo is. First appearance of Iron Hammer. First appearance of Soldier Supreme. And the first appearance of Arachnite, the combo of Moon Knight and Spidey. That is a high-grade copy at $6. And we also have two variants of that issue. Infinity Wars #3, the connecting variant. That is a $6 high grade. And a beautiful J.G. Jones 1 in 10 variant of the Gamora-esque character trying to kill Loki. This is a high grade at $8. All right, there we go. And now let's step into, we haven't done much DC tonight, so let's do some Green Lanterns. And these are all going to be future keys. They're all first appearances. That's right. If you come to Fatjack's Comicrypt, you come for the first appearances. You come for the keys. You don't come for the humor. You don't come for the opinions. You come for the future gems. That's right, Jason. Thank you. The future gems. So, with that said, the last 15 minutes we have, let's roll into it. Green Lantern #5. First appearance of Tomar 2. He is the Green Lantern character that looks like a fish. No, but he's a pretty popular. Like whenever you see the Green Lantern Corps, he's always. In fact, he might have appeared in the movie. He did, right? Yeah. Okay. Tomar too. Yeah. He's the fish guy. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what's so crazy about that movie? That movie should have just been Training Day in space. That Hal Jordan gets sent up into space. So Hal Jordan is Ethan Hawke, and Denzel Washington, Sinestro is the Denzel Washington character.
Movie? Is that what we're doing?
What's that?
Scott movies?
Yeah, sure. Here we go. Green Lantern number 19. The first appearance of the Green Lantern, Yalan Gur. I have no idea. But also, you get an Alan Scott illustrated by the original Green Lantern Golden Age artist by the name of Mart Nodal. By the way, who named their kid Mart? Like, what's your name, son? Mart. M-A-R-T. Like Walmart. Mart. It's sure not Mort. Yeah, it's probably Martin. Yeah. But his nom de plume is Mart Nodal. Anyway, this is the special 50th anniversary issue of Green Lantern. This is a high-grade copy at $6 with a beautiful Gil Kane. Yeah, that's a Gil Kane cover right there. Pretty cool. Green Lantern number 20. This is a very fine plus copy at $4. And that is the first appearance and first cover of Boudica. It's her right there. Boudica. Yeah, she's like the big, like, she's like an alpha lantern who's like real beefy. She's like, if there was a Green Lantern 2, China would have played her.
Oh, she did.
R.I.P. China.
That. All the dead people. People died. Yeah, it happens.
You died in a hotel room alone, apparently.
And then we get Green Lantern 82. This is a very fine plus copy at $3, and it is the first cameo appearance of Fatality. Fatality would become a Yellow Lantern, a Sapphire Lantern. She would kill a bunch of people. She became a big deal like later on, especially during the Jeff Johns era of Green Lantern. Well, this is her first cameo appearance. Very fine plus, $3. And my least favorite Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner. He fights a bunch of tigers. All right. Next up, Green Lantern from the Jeff Johns run, number 28. The first full appearance of Atrocitus and the Red Lantern. Atrocitus is obviously the first Red Lantern, and if any rumors are true about the HBO Max stuff and their plan to not only bring back Green Lantern, but to bring back all of the different lanterns, these first appearances of some of these characters might be a big deal. But again, I imagine most of you don't have any faith in the DC secondary market. But hey,
is it animated? Because if it's not animated, it's going to be horrible.
I don't know.
DC animated is really good.
Jason,
I'm just saying, DC animated shows are really, really good.
Jason, we have 10 minutes left. Do you want to just come up here?
No.
Just do the
show.
show. No. I mean,
I died today. I'm in mourning.
No, I'm literally like at this point I could just take a nap over here. You know. All right. Next up is Green Lantern 52. Now again, this might be important. Now this is a high grade copy. It's $6. And you ask, Brendan, why is it even $6? Technically, actually, this book was selling for like $8 to $10. But I'm a baby who can't go top value because I'm always afraid that someone's going to show up one day and be like, I bought this book for $10 and it's really only worth $5. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Why did I buy that?
Oh my God, I'm terrible at this job.
Why did you buy it then?
All right, so why is this book key? It is key because it is the origin of the life entity. It is the origin of Earth. There's a joke there, but I won't make it. And it is the origin of Ion. It is also the first cameo appearance and origin of the entities of the emotional spectrum. And you go, What the hell is that?
How do you beat that? How do you say I got the first appearance?
The
on
Earth?
It's like,
I get the first appearance of
Yeah,
Earth. The Bible has the first appearance of Earth, sir.
Oh, does anyone want? Speaking of which, you want to really like drive this train into the ground? Let's go pull out some.
You got 10 minutes.
I think we can find some chick track comics. Anyway, the entities of the emotional spectrum. If anyone didn't read the Jeff Johns Green Lantern series, each of the lanterns, the color spectrum, there is an archetypal entity that sort of is what is trapped in the main colored lantern that gives it its power. Ion is the green entity. Parallax is the yellow entity. Predator was the indigo entity. There was some like weird bowl thing. I can't remember its name. That was the red entity. So that issue is what introduces the concept of, and the life entity is the White Lantern entity, which, speaking of which, we have Green Lanterns number 27, the first appearance of the life entity as a fetus. Yeah.
So is the archetypal entity the color daddy?
Sure.
This is from Gary Locke.
Gary, write it up, buddy.
Color daddy, baby.
Color daddy. Like, let's make it happen.
Make it happen.
People can't make Fleek happen, but we'll make Color Daddy happen. Yeah. Let's do it, fellas.
Problematic, but make it happen.
Yeah. So Green Lanterns number 27, high grade, $4. The life entity appears in its fetal stage. There you go. And then we have Green Lanterns number 10. First appearance of the Phantom Lantern. He's purple. He runs around in his underwear. He's got a ring. I'm pretty sure Billy Zane played him in a movie. It's only $4. Green Lanterns number 33, high grade. First appearance of Lisseth Vok, who would later become Red Tide. Who's Red Tide? Don't worry. You come here to Fatjack's to learn things. So here we go. Green Lanterns number 38, the first appearance and first cover of Red Tide, who used to be known as Lisseth Vok. So there you go. Now these are all high grades at $4.
You know, in 5 years, Donnie Case is going to write Green Lantern.
You know what? I think you're onto something.
Her name's gonna be changed from Red Tide to something else.
Is it problematic?
Problematic.
Okay.
Red Tide?
All right.
Really?
Okay. Red Tide. You know, men don't understand women. Let's just say. All right.
She's
Then-
very emotional.
This is a fun one. Green Lanterns number 34. First appearance of Kesh Kur. Can you guess what Kesh Kur's occupation is?
Used car sale.
Close. Serial killer.
That's not occupation. You don't get paid for that.
You get paid.
You can't put that shit on a resume.
You get paid in just the satisfaction that you have real purpose and worth in this life. Next up, a Green Lanterns number 35. All right, now here's a fun one. Tell me who either of these two effing characters are. First appearance of Night Pilot and the first appearance of Singularity Jane. There you go. Think on that one, fellas. Night Pilot and Singularity Jane, who will probably cross over in Donny Cates 4. All right. That was a high grade at $4. Pretty much these are all high grade at $4.
This whole fucking run, just a new character every issue.
Yeah. Oh, here's the other cover by Brandon Peterson of number 35. First appearance of Night Pilot and Singularity Jane.
We laugh now.
All right. And last but not least, 2 issues of Green Lantern New Guardians. There you go. So this is issue number 5. The first appearance. Oh, no. Okay. I could go places, but I'm not. So I'm just going to reiterate who this cameo appearance is, and then first appearance of this character, and I'll just let it lie. Okay? So here we go. Green Lanterns, New Guardians number 5, the first cameo appearance of Invictus. And then the first full appearance and first cover appearance of Invictus. Does anyone know what Invictus's occupation is? He is an archangel, a space angel. Yes. So there you go. Green Lantern, New Guardians number 5, first cameo appearance. And number 6, first full appearance and cover of the space archangel, Invictus.
Right. Hey, JD, when you coming to Philly? We got to do a show on site.
Okay, so we have what, 4 minutes? 2 minutes.
Unless we want to go over.
All right, so let me just finish off. Oh, but we have to give away our.
You want to finish up? We can finish up and just stay an extra minute.
Yeah, let me just do those Avengers that are up there. Okay. Now, all the Avengers up there are George Perez illustrated Avengers from his run with Kurt Busiek. There's a lot of sad news about Mr. Perez a few weeks ago. I wanted to hold back in the same way that after Betty White died, my first thought was, do we have any of those Betty White biography comics?
R.I.P. Betty White. Man, it's been a rough week.
You guys called Perez before he died.
I think George Perez is still alive. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not Perez.
Brendan did the day he came in. He said, oh my God, George Perez died. And everyone was like,
Jason is wishing death on people.
No,
Can you believe
I'm not
this?
wishing.
I don't know.
How did he become our tripod?
What's his name died not too long ago?
Who's the guy who died not that long ago? You mean the guy in the corner with the shirt who did the thing? Yeah, that guy. He was really
Bob
famous.
said he died, all right? Relax.
Oh my God, you're grieving over there. You don't even have a memory. What are you senile like Snyder? Snyder, are you watching this in the future?
Probably.
All right. Let us do these George Perez Avengers real fast. All right, here we go. So this is Avengers Volume 3. Okay, here we go. Issue number 4. Okay, here's a good question. Okay, Carol Danvers has had 4 personas. 4 personas, okay? Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, Binary, and Jason. Do you know the 4th persona?
Nope.
Because it's first introduced in this issue of Avengers number 4. Carol Danvers takes on her 4th persona. No? Al? No? All right. Chat. Yes, chat, you got it right. Warbird. This is the introduction of Carol Danvers as Warbird. Didn't last long, that's for sure. So anyway, Avengers number 4. First appearance of the Warbird costume persona by Carol Danvers. That is a high-grade copy at $3. $3. All right, Avengers number 8. First appearance of Triathlon, who will later become the second 3D man. There you go. 2 3D. All right, good stuff. It is also the first appearance of Silverclaw. There we go. So that is a high-grade copy at $5. And now we get Avengers number 13. That is a high-grade copy, $3. And it is the first appearance of Lord Templar. And now here's a name for you fellas. Gorgilla Alpha. Yep, there you go. Gorgilla Alpha. If anything else, buy this for $3 just so you can tell people, I have the first appearance of Gorgilla Alpha, and watch them look like you just farted. All right, there we go. And now we get Avengers number 14. High grade copy, $3. And that is the first appearance of Pagan. All right, Pagan. There you go. There's a joke there. I won't make it. And now we get into Avengers number 15, there's Lord Templar. There's Pagan. Nah, no Gorgilla Alpha, though. Man, what the hell? Number 15, this is the first appearance of Jonathan Tremont. But more importantly, it is the return of Ultron, which will lead into probably one of the best late 90s, early 2000s Avengers stories, especially illustrated by George Perez. But first, number 15 is a high-grade copy at $3. And the storyline that I'm talking about is the 4-part Return of Ultron. Written, technically I think it's called Ultron Unlimited. Written by Kurt Busiek and illustrated. Now this is like one of the best 4 issues George Perez did. Ultron kicks the proverbial ass of the Avengers. And this was a beautiful and brilliant 4-part storyline. Now, this is issue number 22. That kind of sets it all off. This is a high-grade copy at $6. And then we get issue number 21. Another high-grade copy at $6. And then 22. High-grade, $6. And the final part of the storyline with a simple but beautiful iconic cover by the GOAT, George Perez, issue number 19. Oh, actually, did I get this completely out of order? I completely got it out of order. So, God, man.
You know what? I'll take them all.
19, 20, 21, and 22. One of my favorite Avengers Ultron stories. And someone said, oh, excellent. You will not be disappointed, especially if you like Perez art.
Mr. Perez, you just want the 4 that he was holding, or you want all the George Perez Avengers? Let me know. It's no problem either way.
All right. And in fact, that's a good dude. If he wants all 4, give him $5 each. So just save a couple bucks. You know.
Since you agreed to the $6 price, we're going to take some money off for you. That's how we roll.
I mean, what's the harm?
Cool, Mike. So he's going to pick up the extra $4, Mike. Brendan, just take it off his check.
Did I do something wrong there?
It's just funny that he wasn't haggling. He was like, I'll take them all.
I don't know.
Give him a discount.
Again, I'm not good at this.
All right. Did you want to discount these that you claimed also?
Well, no, but if he's also
You just take these, man. Don't you? We're gonna pay you for it.
hey, if he's claiming those as well, then he deserves to get $4 taken off.
All jokes aside, Mr. McHale,
Yeah, see, again, I want a reward. All jokes aside, it's just
he's
One
one
hand.
shitload of money in the last couple of weeks.
right. So let's help each other out. You know,
It's all good.
again, all these
Oh,
prices
hey,
are subjective.
hey, settle down. You know,
Nah, you're a good point. And I guess that pretty much brings us to the end. All right. So with that said, we are going to give away this Search for Hugh, David Mack, Aftershock Ambassador exclusive variant. So Jason, why don't you step over? Make sure you get in camera, buddy. All right, let's see who's gonna win this bad boy.
Who better so many names in his hat? I don't even know. Look around. Mr. Lime.
Mr. Gary Lime. All right, buddy.
Mr. Lime again.
All right, coming in and grabbing the David Mack Search. In fact, you know who I think would appreciate this? Would be Gary. Really, it's pretty cool. All right, excellent. So there we go. All right, so that's gonna go to Gary. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks everybody for playing.
Yeah. Thank you guys. We'll try to do this. In fact, maybe next week we'll give away on the local, because I have 2 copies on the local show and on the experience. We have a Aftershock Ambassador exclusive variant for Chicken Devil number 1, a series that I haven't read yet, but the people I follow on Instagram are really into it. Brian Buccellato.
Buccellato. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
He does.
I gotta be honest. I'm exhausted. I'm like, how do we get through this? Yeah. Let's just slowly walk out the door and everything.
You should have just ended it without saying anything.
Comic Book Shopping
close down.
Network tomorrow for Mike's show from 4 to 6 on CBSN on Facebook or Comic Book Shopping Network.
Whatever it is.
And
We'll be back here next week.
next week, same time, 4 to 8 on Facebook and the Experience. And JD, appreciate all your help today. Thank you. Don't worry about being late. It's not a big deal.
Oh, please.
We really don't care.
No, don't worry about it. In fact, I'm telling you, man, every time we open up and look for the link, we're like, it's not there. It's like, maybe they finally got rid of us.
I got really excited.
Yeah.
I was really like, yeah, JD's not there. We can go.
It's like, I'm always waiting for the Experience to be like, these ugly stepkids need to just go away. But here we still are.
We got a lot of bots tonight, man.
We got a lot of
A
bots.
lot of bots just jumping.
Or were they trying to solicit sex from us? You remember that one Facebook show we had where they were trying to solicit?
Yo, JD's on top of it. These cats come in the chat and he gets them the fuck out.
He's good, man. Well, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Thank you to the Experience for hosting us and everything like that. All jokes aside, we really appreciate all of your time. JD, thank you very much for the help. Kyle, I hope your car and everything works out, man.
Worked out.
But we'll be back here next week doing the same bullshit we seem to always do. Anyway, everyone take care, be well, have a wonderful week, stay safe and healthy, okay? Peace.